Welcome back to part 2 of Edinburgh Fest live here at the Newtown Theatre. We've got a very exciting stand-up coming right up for you now. Please, would you put your hands together and welcome the fantastic Mr. Alex Kealy, everyone. Alex Kealy.
Thanks. I'm having a really good Fringe. I'm having a good year. I was excited. I got to the final of a comedy competition. My parents were going to come and watch me at that competition, but it turned out that it was the same day as their wedding anniversary, and it was about a 5-hour drive from where they live. So I think in the end they decided they didn't want to spend their whole wedding anniversary sort of driving all day and then the evening watching the most disappointing element of their marriage. So it's upbeat, it's just all of upbeat stuff like that. My mum doesn't really like me doing comedy much, which is a bit unfair because her favourite activity is sort of mocking me. She feels I sort of dress quite scruffily, and that she thinks I sort of drive too slowly. She's quite a slow driver. And also she described my 20th birthday party to all my friends there as celebrating 20 years since Alex was last inside a woman, which didn't help solve that problem. Despite that mockery, I did date a girl for a bit at university. She was American. I was tolerant of that. And she ended up moving back to America and broke up with me over Skype. Yeah, it's always good to be broken up with over an online video conferencing service. The worst part of that was actually afterwards when I was sort of rocking back and forth in the fetal position, and then Skype popped up with a message saying, to help improve the quality of our service, could you please rate that conversation out of 5? So just heckled by customer service algorithm. That's my life. That was a hard breakup, but it wasn't as bad as my flatmate who was dating a girl for a couple of months, but then she ended it, and she ended it by saying, look, I'm really sorry, I just want things to go back to the way they were before. And he was like, but we weren't friends, we didn't even know each other. Exactly, that's exactly correct. So most of our relationship was spent with me sort of mocking her for the state of American politics. And in the last sort of 7 weeks, those chickens have quite aggressively come home to roost for me. I enjoyed... David Cameron's entire legacy is going to be determined by the success or failure of Brexit. But I enjoyed watching his speech where he was sort of setting out all these other achievements as if anyone would ever care about those in the future. So he was saying things like, well, I'm really proud that we stabilised the economy. And as he was speaking, the pound was sort of furiously crashing hard. In fact, the main times it's bounced since then are when Boris Johnson and Andrea Leadsom announced they weren't running for Prime Minister anymore. So imagine being such an arsehole that news of you not going for a promotion means your entire nation's currency just... the stock market starts having a party, and it's not ideal. And he also said that he was very proud to have brought in gay marriage, which I think he's right to be proud of that. I think that's an achievement to be proud of. But the entire tone of this speech, I felt, was like someone who'd had a house party and someone had died at the house party, but he was just too busy banging on about how great the guacamole was. It was delicious. He's like, Guacapalooza 2K16, David Cameron's. It's like, no, it's dead Brexit body 2K16. That's the memory of this event in the future. Of course, Andrea Leadsom sort of dropped out of the race primarily of this debate of whether she'd said that Theresa May was less qualified to be Prime Minister because Theresa May didn't have children. And I don't even like Andrea Leadsom, but I kind of feel that she was sort of the victim of this kind of gutter journalism where the sort of journalist kind of used her words correctly and in context and then used them against her, which I thought was sort of quite unfair, quite a mean thing for those journalists to do. Now we have, as a Secretary of State for the Department for International Development, Priti Patel, who has said in the past she believes that department shouldn't exist, which is pretty sweet stuff. She's also said that she believes that the death penalty should be brought back. And when someone questioned her about this, she said, well, I said this a long time ago, back in 2011. So we all remember ye olde 2011, don't we? Just iPhone 3s and hanging people, wasn't it? Those are the two. You couldn't get the iPhone 4, but you could execute your fellow man. That was the sort of thing there. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're on Twitter, you can go on there and follow @National Rail Updates. It's really useful if you want to know how the train network is doing. Yeah, so I would recommend that. Thanks very much.
Hey! Fantastic. Big hand for Alex Kealy, everyone. Make yourself Make yourself comfortable
Yes,
on
I've
the salt
obscured
tyres.
the Union Jack only. So.
Well done, well done, well done. Now, Alex, well done, fantastic set. Thanks. What made you get into comedy? What was your route in to stand up?
One of my best friends from school does it, and I sort of was inspired to give it a go as a result of him. And already one of the couple of reviews I've got this festival has directly compared me to him. So it's good that I'm forging my own path in the universe. That's good. Yeah.
So what's your show about? If people haven't seen it, give it an elevator pitch.
Okay, so it's half kind of self-deprecation and sort of personal stuff and relationship failures, and half politics, which fuses roughly as well as you would think it would, which is sort of a bit the sort of how it fuses. But it's good. The ending's fun. I would come along. There's a couple of nice videos and sort of slide jokes and projector stuff. So that's fun.
Fantastic. And where's it on at?
It is on at Underbelly MedQuad at 9:50, and it's called Alex Kealy is an Idea Whose Time Has Come, which is too long a title. You shouldn't do a title that long. That's my...
I think it's a great title. So what's the best and worst things about performing comedy? Tell you what, give us your worst heckle that you've ever had.
It's usually just a riff around the theme of I'm not enjoying this and you are not a funny person, and why are you disrupting my life with your words? So just if it's anything on that, then it's equally...
So quite erudite heckles then.
Oh no, it can vary.
Get off your shit.
Yeah, it can vary from one word to many words, but the underlying theme is apparent.
Gist.
Yeah.
And what's been your best gig to date? I mean, something that really sticks in your head, maybe a lineup or a venue where you performed.
Actually, had a really fun one on Saturday. So it's clear that this show is capable of being the most fun one. But it was just a really nice Saturday audience full, and just really on board with it, and just one of those ones where you're like, yeah, this is a really good show.
Just give us one more plug. Try not to be self-deprecating. Really, kind of give it a good plug so everyone at home can come and see it, and the live studio audience. Go for it, Alex.
Okay, Alex Kealy is an Idea Whose Time has come at 9:50 p.m. Underbelly MedQuad every night until the end of the festival.
Fantastic! Round of applause for Alex Kealy, everyone. Superb. Thank you so much. Beautiful. And now it's time for two lovely ladies to come and join Alex and obscure the Union Jack cushion again. Please welcome to the stage Lazy Susan, everybody. Lazy Susan. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How's your fringe going?
It's good.
It's lovely, yeah. And the weather only improves it.
Not sales, though.
Yeah.
Not saying, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Sunshine.
Yeah. I literally can't. I haven't got a jacket with me.
No,
unbelievable.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
And yet we have to do our shows in dark, dank venues.
Yeah, that's the only drawback.
Now, there's lots of stand-up at the... let me ask your names first. So it's Lazy Susan, and you're...
I'm Freya.
Freya and...
Celeste.
Freya and Celeste. So there's lots of stand-up at the Fringe, not that many double acts. How did you fuse together? Well, actually, it's just seen a cabaret double act, so I'm lying. But how many... how did you get together?
Yeah, we met through a mutual friend, I guess.
Yeah.
And we used
makes it sound like we're going out, but we're not.
We sort of fell into it by accident, really, as I think a lot of people do with comedy. We tried to make theatre, and it was awful.
So bad.
It was horrendous.
Yeah, really.
Like straight theatre?
It was like straight, very dark.
Very ill-informed, just arrogant 20-somethings going, have we got something to say? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
we didn't.
Yeah, but we did. Turns out we had absolutely nothing to say.
No, and even
dreadful. Even what we did was just awful. Yeah,
shame on us.
You're really selling yourselves well, guys.
Yeah. 7:15 p.m. every day, courtyard.
It's just
come
this.
on down.
It's just this.
Yeah.
There's nothing. No, but then we started to make like little skits and make comedy stuff, and we're like, oh, this is fun, and
it's just an easier fit
and a lot better. And then we just kept doing it.
Ditch the Chekhov.
Yeah,
and just go for the funny. Now, Lazy Susan, as I'm sure most people here know, is a turntable.
It's a rotating table.
A rotating table that you
often
serve
found
food on
in a restaurant.
Yeah. How did you come up with that? Anything to do with your comment? Was it just like, let's call it that?
Well,
to be honest,
we like food. We like food.
I think names. All I wanted for a name was just something that didn't make me go, oh. You know, I got a very low cringe threshold, and so many names kind of make you go, you know, anything really punny or sort of wacky, zany, too neutral and it's sort of nondescript or too middle class sounding. Lazy Susan, it was just about bearable as a name. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of it's silly.
Could have been dumb waiter, but actually, I think Lazy Susan is far better.
Yeah, and I like the idea that like potentially is it just a woman called Susan who hasn't got much get up and go?
No, I see. I like that, and then they see you two and go, "Oh."
Yeah.
People do often ask like which one's Susan, and you're like,
Which one's the lazy
But then by
one?
default, which one's lazy?
Which one's lazy?
I don't want to answer
like
that question.
Freya.
See, already, kind of like people are interested because of the title. I like the title of the show.
Amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche. Have you got a little something? Have you got a? I don't know why I'm suddenly speaking. You've set me off now into a French accent, for fuck's sake.
Let's go with it.
Is there a theme? Let's do it all in the French accent now. Is there a theme for this show?
There's no theme per se, but just lots of Gaelic. I'm going to drop it now. I'm going to drop it. I think we're all done with that, aren't we?
Do you have I'm so glad you did. Do you have a theme for this show?
The show's called Crazy Sexy Fool.
Crazy Sexy Fool.
Yeah,
I
and
love
in a
that.
moving tribute to Left Eye Lopez, we've got on our poster a bear head instead of it's like the TLC album, but it's got nothing to do with that really. But it's all about sort of there's a thread between me and Freya. There's some bears. We've got bear mascot heads that we do like some fun music stuff to, characters, sketches. It's just whatever is fun, but some of it is exploring what it means to be sexy and the stupidity of being sexy.
Fantastic. Love it. Now, do what Alex did earlier on. Plug the fuck out of your show to everyone watching at home and the live studio audience.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys.
1, 2, 3. Crazy Sexy Fool, 7:15 p.m. Pleasance Courtyard, every day till the end of the Fringe. Hi, Mum.
Woo! Round of applause, please, for fantastic Lazy Susan. Wonderful. Freya and Celeste, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, wonderful. That's about it for part 2.